there. What up, what up, what up again? This is, well, yeah, you know my name's Dean, but I usually don't announce myself. But anyway, here we are with reverse sublists of even numbers. Python exercise from Codewars. Yep, this is not Tuesday morning slow jams. This is a code breakdown, my friends, even though my voice may sound like that. Ain't no slow jams coming. All right, it's a hot jam. Write a function, revSub, which reverses all sublists where consecutive elements are even. Note that odd numbers should remain where they are. Example, you got a list 1, 2, 4, 5, 9. As input, we should get 1, 4, 2, 5, 9. Because what happened here is that consecutive even elements got reversed. 2 and 4, and that's really it actually. Because 2 and 4 are the consecutive even elements. So, simple as that. You take in a list of integers. For any set of consecutive even numbers in the list, you reverse them, you leave everything else intact. So there's a little bit of challenge here. That's why we're here, right? Codewars, challenge. All right, a few other examples. Empty, empty. If you only have evens, you reverse the list. And we have 2, 4, 3. Reverse the 4 and a 2. And, well, this one's similar to the, actually no it isn't. It's, you have 2 pockets of evens. And they get, that's a little too long, and they got reversed. The 4 and the 2. The 2 and 10. They are reversals of the previous. Okay, so we got to take in a list, reverse only the consecutive evens, and return the list. Tall task, but I'm gonna blow through it, folks. You'll be surprised with the speed at which I decimate this mother. Okay. No, I'm not feeling myself. I'm just being silly. All right. I'm going to do a while loop for my initial loop. I just decided to do that. So, of course, going to manually set the iteration variable to 0 to begin. This will be a multi-loop situation because I'm going to like go in and then, well, I'm not going to pre-explain. I'm off a little bit today, folks. Watch me work. So I loop through the array of integers just one by one, and I'm going to create a variable named sublist. This is going to hold the consecutive set of evens that I find. So really what I'm going to do is, once I find an even number, I'm going to create a sublist of all the even consecutive numbers that I find, reverse them, and then insert them into the list where the even number started. That is going to be the process here. So as I loop, I'm going to create an if statement that says, if the current element is even, I'm going to do something. So it's going to start like that. If this element that I'm on is even, and this is the classic test for even, if the number modulo 2 equals 0, it is even. So if I find an even number, what I want to do is, I want to see if there are other even numbers in the row. So like, say I find the number 2. I want to see if the number next to it and next to it and next to it is even. And if I have consecutive even numbers, I've got a sub-range of even numbers that I'm going to reverse. So once I find an even number, I'm going to create a variable j and set it to where I am now in the list, the index that I'm on. I'm going to set it to that, and then I'm going to do a sub loop or a nested loop to loop as long as the really as long as the current element is even. So I'm going to find all consecutive evens by doing this subloop. I do have to do boundary checking, of course, because I don't want to, trying to talk too fast. I want to make sure that I don't hit the end of my list while I'm looping. That's kind of an obvious thing. You don't want to hit the end of the list, so I'm going to check to see, make sure that I'm not at the end and that the current element is even. Notice I'm using J to index because I'm in a J loop where J is going to do the counting forward at this point while I have even numbers consecutively. And while I have even numbers consecutively, I'm going to add them to my sublist. Add that. And then I'm going to increase J by 1, because of course in a while loop, you have to manually increment, decrement, or whatever you're going to do. So I increase J by 1. Once this loop is over, it means that either I'm at the end of the list or the current element is not even, meaning that I've gone back to odd and now it's time to get out of this thing. So if I'm no longer on an even number, it means I'm at the end of my odd sorry. Let me try that again. If I'm here, it means that my set of consecutive even numbers is over and my sublist is as it's full as it's going to get. I'm going to reverse the sublist and then I'm going to insert the sublist back into the original list. Because what's happening here is I reversed my even numbers and I'm going to put them back into the original list in reverse order now that I've reversed them. You're following me with that? Okay. Having trouble following myself. All right, so I reverse the sublist because now that the sublist is done, I've gotten all my even numbers that I have for now. I'm back to odds. So I've got my even numbers, reverse the list, and then I'm going to insert it. This is an interesting part where I'm going to create a slice of the original list. I'm going to make it equal to sublist. This is really what this is doing. This is taking the sublist of even numbers that is reversed, and I am inserting it into the original list using this slice. Not everybody, well, maybe some beginners don't know that you can do this. You can use a slice to replace a portion of a list, not just, of course, you can replace with an explicit index, like the thing at index 3 is now equal to x, but you can actually do this with slicing as well. This may have been the exercise where I learned this. I did this exercise a long time ago, but this may have been where I figured it out. I don't recall. But anyway, good principle to know, the fact that you can do this. Once I've inserted my sublist into the original, this is an important thing. I'm going to make my original index variable jump to where I am now by making I equal to j. Yeah, this is a jump because if you recall when we started, I is up here doing its thing and j is set to I here. Well, in this loop, j is going to move forward to cover the next set of, or to go through all the even consecutive numbers. So j potentially is further along than I, and given that it's further along and I've already covered and handled the even numbers in the sequence, I can move I to j because I no longer need to process the numbers between I and j. That is already done. So I need to move I forward so that on the next turn of I am not processing the numbers over again that I've already processed. I've already processed the even numbers, put them back into the list, so I don't need to do it again. I need to jump. Might as well jump for you Van Halen fans out there. Alrighty. Wonder what David Lee Roth is doing these days. Interesting dude. Okay, so I need to increment I as part of the outer while loop. This is just normal stuff. It's got to go forward. I guess this is all normal stuff, right? Nothing crazy going on here. And this is it, folks. I'm done. So returning the array, or sorry, the list, once all of the reversals are done. And notice, I'm not doing anything to any other portion of the list other than the even numbers. So, thanks for making it through this this harrowing explanation, but I think I said everything I wanted to say, and if I didn't, it doesn't matter because I'm not doing another take. So, let's run it. I'm only doing another take if I say something crazy in the next few seconds here. Let's attempt. That's good. It's all good, baby. All right. So this one is reverse sublist of even numbers, Codewars exercise, Python. We got it. It says it's great, like Tony the Tiger. That's it for me, folks. And I am out.